High Republic, Light of the Jedi. Alright, so, it's been a very long time since I've actually read a book and finished the book. Usually, what I've been doing is I'll buy these books, like, oh, I'm going to read that. And then it just doesn't really turn out that way. Usually I'll just be like, I'll just read it a little bit, then I just don't read it all. But during March, it's the perfect time for me because I watch a lot of sports at this time. And I watch a lot of college basketball during March Madness, and I just don't like watching commercials, and so during a commercial, I'll pull a book out, and I'll just read a few chapters. And I just bought the High Republic, the latest book series of what Star Wars Del Rey Studios and the Disney Star Wars Story Group is building towards. And I was like, I'm gonna read that one day, and I finally got around to reading this book. And I read it pretty quickly. I was pretty impressed of how much I read. I used to read a lot and really quickly at times. And usually if I read something pretty quickly, it usually tells me how good the book actually was. So, Light of the Jedi, it takes place about 200 years before the events of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, and it's the High Republic. The High Republic, it's the renaissance of the Old Republic. And I love the world it sets up. It's set in the Star Wars universe. There's some very familiar planet names, and we're the Jedi are basically the frontiersmen as they're trying to hold peace in the Outer Rim, which is kind of the Great Frontier in a Western kind of sense to it. And what I love about it, it starts off with this great disaster basically happens where hyperspace there's these remnants from this ship being broken up, and it's attacking all kinds of different things. What I love about this story was it brings up a lot of interesting story points, and I love seeing where the Jedi are at this point. There are some very cool characters. One of the characters I really loved in this book was a character known as Avar Kriss. She's a Jedi Master, and there's this moment in the first half of the book where her and the rest of her Jedi, if they do not move something that is moving in space with the fort, it is going to destroy the entire sector. Billions of lives will be lost. So all the Jedi, they are trying to move it. It's we will move this. We will move this. And it's just man, this is. I was reading it. I was oh my god, this is awesome. And I love where the Jedi are. I like how they're respected members. They're not. And then you have the Republic, who is not full of these corrupt characters that we saw during the prequel series. These are characters that love the Republic. They want what's best. You have a Chancellor who is trying to make the galaxy a better place. And there's this great line in the saying where it's we are the Republic. And it's this idealism and things that I was just man, this is a very uplifting novel. I really like it. And what I love about this story is it's just with Mandalorian and other Star Wars stories, it proves that you don't always need the dark side for a true adversary to the Star Wars universe. And so we introduce these characters known as the Nihil, who are the main villains of this book series, and going to be antagonists throughout the High Republic era. And what I like about the Nihil, they're basically I won't say they're Vikings, kind of. They're not it's not like a stand army. They're marauders. They attack. They're more of criminals, but they are all united under this banner. And they go after these targets. And I really, really liked what they did with this Nihil thing. I really like that. And I also like how there's not a standing army, because that kind of goes into the elements of why the galaxy needed, why the Grand Republic needed the clone armies because there wasn't an army. And I love references to even stuff that we could totally do, like the Great Sith Wars. I'm oh, that's cool. And then there's other characters that is mentioned, like Master Yoda. This is set 200 years, and he would only be about 700, 600 years old. So you're oh, okay, that's cool to see a little name drop there. And there are some other really cool characters. There's a young Padawan Bell character. I really enjoyed the story they told in The Light of the Jedi. It really got my interest back into reading some cool. It reminds me of reading some of those Old Republic novels, the Old Republic game. And I really, really enjoyed this book. If you're looking for a good Star Wars story to check out, this is one I really recommend checking out. I loved it. And I've heard about the second book of the High Republic series. I'm looking forward to reading that and get that review out eventually. So, guys, first book review in a very long time. This is the first book review I've done under the green screen. The last book review, I think it was in one of my old rooms, so it's kind of weird. I think I might have even been in my college dorm room at that time, so it has been a while. So, guys, have you read Star Wars Light of the Jedi, and what are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and tell your friends about Easy Nation. And may the Force be with you always.